Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about today is I feel like Instagram is over, but I'm just saying, whoa. Hi, my name's Michelle, and today I'm going to do a chatty get ready with me and create a look with my Lila palette. I'm sorry if you hear my dog snoring. He's a senior pet. When he breathes, he snores. And he's really old now, so he needs his rest. Anyway, yeah, old dogs sleep a lot. So today I'm going to create a look with my Lila palette, and I'm just going to do a chatty get ready with me. I don't really think that this palette is very popular anymore, and it's really hard to find. You still can't get it from one retailer unless it's sold out, since I recently repurchased the palette. We'll get into that in a minute. Let's go ahead and get started. So I've got some scarring going on from the Urban Decay Tinted Moisturizer. That's what this is. So at least it's all like healed and gone now finally, which took a long time, but it left me some scars. So I do want to go ahead and prep my face. I don't really like this primer that much. I'm going to go ahead and use this primer today. I don't really like this primer very much, but I spent a lot of money on it. Thankfully, I did pick it up on a Sephora sale, the last one, but yeah, not really a huge fan of this one. So I do want to use it up though, because it's not bad. It's just not worth its price or the hype. You know, it probably works great for people that are younger and don't have any skin issues. Anyway, I do want to go ahead and use this primer up. I'm not like hate panning it or anything like that, because I can't do that. Like I don't understand hate panning. I mean, it's not terrible. If it was terrible, I wouldn't use it, even though it was like $50. That's just my opinion. Okay, so I'm gonna let that set for a second, and I still gotta do my whole base. I don't think that palette's gonna give me any fallout really. So yeah. What foundation am I gonna use today? Let me just pick my makeup out real quick, and then I'll get into the chatty part of the video where I want to talk about a couple of things that have been on my mind lately, and I want to get your feedback so I can try to judge and see if it's just myself having this experience, or if like maybe I'm picking up on some like collective shift in the universe amongst all of us beauty lovers. I'll get into that in a moment. Ooh. Let's see if this matches me a little bit better right now. So I'm going to go in with this one today. Haven't used this in a little bit. I like it now that I got a better color. It's still a little bit too pink. It's still a little bit too pink for my undertone, but I think I can make it work. And now that I'm not as dark, maybe I can play it off a little bit better. All right, so I like this little applicator. I like that I can just dot it all around. I've never used this foundation with a beauty blender, which I do have a damp beauty blender ready to go. I used this yesterday, so it's a little dirty. Don't judge me. If I'm going to use a beauty blender, I will usually use one a couple of times before I end up washing it. Miss Lucy thing, get out of there. Lucy. Lucy, get out of there. What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there, Miss Thing? Get your little butt out of trouble. You see Mama out of her spot. You're trying to go over there and see what's going on. Looking for some snacks, aren't you? I see you. I know you're looking for snacks. Okay. Yeah, so what I wanted to talk about today is I feel like Instagram is over. Or maybe, let me rephrase. I feel like I'm over Instagram. That's more like it. Because, you know, people are still like really super active on Instagram. I know that. But what I mean more specifically is I don't like the way Instagram has become lately. I feel like I have seen a lot of people that were genuine makeup lovers, that were just regular people like me. I mean, like, yeah, I have a YouTube channel now, but I don't really consider myself a YouTuber at all. You know what I mean? Like, I just do this for fun and a hobby. Like, I'm shocked anybody would ever watch my videos. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I just feel like YouTube, I mean, not YouTube. I'm happy with YouTube right now. I just feel like Instagram has been kind of taken over by Reels and like content creators trying to push products or PR or links, you know, and like that's all fine and good, girl. You know, you do you, boo, if that's what you're doing. I don't have a problem with that. That's not what I'm saying. What I mean though is like I used to just, I still have like a couple dozen, thank God. I still have like a couple dozen people that will share their love of makeup, and that's really what I'm there for. And I got a little bit distracted with, I don't know, just posting my own content for a while, that I kind of missed the beginning of this shift where I feel like people started leaving. I mean, like I noticed because they would say bye and I wouldn't see their posts anymore, and I would go check for their page and there hasn't been activity for like months and months and months and months each time I go there, you know? And I haven't seen them like check out my stories anymore or interact with any of my photos or post anything. And so I just feel like a lot of the people that I had met on Instagram that were beauty lovers have disappeared. I think he's falling back asleep, so he's going to start snoring again. Anyways, I feel like they've disappeared off of that platform. And I mean, I realize that a lot of people are going more towards like the short form content, such as TikTok and Reels on Instagram. And now YouTube is promoting shorts, you know, like they want people to do shorts, content creators, people or whatever. And like, that's just not my zhuzh. You know, that's just like not my thing. And the reason why is because ever since I had a terrible, terrible accident, which was the week after I took my babies to Disney World. Thank God it was after, not before, because that trip would have been canceled. Anyway, ever since that particular accident, I haven't been able to do, sorry, my dog's over here. She's coming around looking to see what she can get into. I haven't been able to do a lot of the things that I used to be able to do before that accident. I was actually like bedridden and unable to walk or move for 9 months. It was a really tough time. That's not the first time though that I had like a really catastrophic injury from an accident, but we can get into that another time. Anyways, ever since that wreck, which was about 12 or 13 years ago by now, ever since that wreck, I haven't been able to look at fast-moving objects on screen at all. So like it's affected my ability to watch TV shows and videos. Like, God, that was horrible. They made me want to throw up. I can't look at fast moving objects because it hurts my head. I visually get nauseated and I want to vomit. It makes me hurt in my brain. So a lot of my friends have turned to creating reels mostly because that's what Instagram is pushing to try to be competitive with TikTok, I assume. I'm just telling you my own speculations and my own thoughts here. Feel free to chime in though. I'd love to hear what you think too. Yeah, anyways, ever since Instagram basically got bought out by Facebook, by Meta, you know, everything that Meta takes over gets ruined, okay? Facebook used to be great until, well, that's another story. Anyway, yeah, so I got off of Facebook because I can't handle like all of the fast moving video clips that are constantly in the feed now from just random people that you don't even subscribe to, that Facebook suggests to you all the time. And it's usually something moving very quickly, like a repost from TikTok or something. And it hurts my head. I can't do it. So I got off Facebook for the most part. I mean, I get on there and try really hard to just scroll through like local news stories and a couple of things that I want to follow and the few people that I still interact with on there or that might follow me, which isn't very many because I've deleted like thousands of people from my friends list over the last few years. Truly, I have. You should see my blocked list. It's out of control. Anyway, let me start with my brows next. Yeah, so ever since I got off Facebook, that was when I got onto Instagram because like I can't do too many things at one time. So, you know, like my life has gotten a lot less hectic also because of the health issue that took me down, like it took me out of the game completely. I was about to be benched, cut from the team. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, I got really ill and I had to pretty much give up most of my life until I figured out what was wrong and was able to get it turned around, which that's another chatty video that I could do here coming up soon. Now that I feel like my brain function has started to come back again. I'm not completely there yet, but I'm a lot better off than I was. You know, the levels of inflammation have reduced and all that, blah, blah. Anyways, all that coupled with my head injury from a long time ago. I can't do the reels. I can't do the TikTok. I can't do the fast moving images. And so like, I don't know. I feel like people only really interact. Like it's more, not everybody, but 2/3 of the people that I follow on there or that follow me are like don't interact back or only interact if you interact with them. And usually the ratio is like very skewed. Like I genuinely interact with people. I'm not there trying to get interactions for like the like count or whatever the F. I don't care about all that. Like I never really have. It's not my thing. Social media isn't my thing, okay? I'm more of a real life person. I like real interactions and real conversations with real people face to face in a genuine setting. So social media has never been my favorite. I was really, really late to join the party because I did not want to hop on board. And honestly, the only reason I finally did was because I was bedridden for those 9 months after that wreck from Disney World and I couldn't go anywhere. I had nobody to talk to. I could barely move my hands even. So I had a laptop that I would lay on my chest as I was laying down. And I played a lot of games. That's when I started gaming, the only time ever since childhood that I really gamed. Yeah, so anyway, then I got on Facebook and, you know, social media like became part of my life, unfortunately. But I was very reluctant about it. And I still really am. I don't belong on there. You know, like when you see somebody in person, you know, they tell you like the truth. You're like, oh, how are you? How's everything going? You know, and you get to actually find out about them so that you can like just, I don't know, be there for them and support them or whatever and just, I don't know, be a part of their life, you know? Show them that you care. Haven't used my Nars bronzer in a while and I want to use it. So yeah, I feel like once, I just feel like on social media, let me get back to what I was saying before I go on another tangent. I feel like on social media, people just really present, you know, the very best of, because it's just like, it's just not truthful in my opinion. And I don't feel like anybody is trying to be deceptive per se. That's not what I'm getting at either. It's just, I feel like it's not, like it's just so surface level, you know? Oh, here's the highlights of my life and that's really all you need to know, you know? Whereas when people really got together before social media even existed, okay? When people really hung out in order to have friends, my dog. When people would like get together to hang out, you know, not everybody divulges everything about their life, but people are just more like open and honest in conversation and, you know, talk to you about what's really going on with them and want to hear about what's really going on with you. Maybe some people do. Some people don't care. That's another story. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like you get more of a connection in person than I've ever gotten on Facebook, you know? Okay. Not ever, but generally, or including Instagram, you know? I mean, like, I feel like I did make some very genuine friendship connections on Instagram, especially back in my purse addict page. I really connected with a lot of people over there, and those are the people that really started my channel with me, like my YouTube channel, and I am going to do some more purse videos soon. It's just, you know, when your interests shift and you're trying to avoid like an addiction, you know, you don't really want to focus on that. So it makes it hard. And I'm trying to, you know, shift my focus onto other things because I just got to a point where I didn't want any more of that, you know? And although I still love and appreciate it, like, that's not all I want to see all day anymore. Like when I was obsessed with it, you know? And the reason I became obsessed with it was a whole different story. Like, I could get into that another time. If anybody cares to know why I became so obsessed with Louis Vuitton and how that all happened, comment down below. I'd be happy to go into that in the Chatty Get Ready With Me one day. Anyhow, so my point is, I feel like what little genuine interactions I actually had on Instagram in the past, both with my purse-loving friends and my makeup lovers, I feel like that subsided. I feel like the people that were real, okay, I'm not saying that the content creator friends on there aren't genuine. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, like, the people that were just like genuine makeup lovers that are just a person doing their makeup for the day, like me. I feel like they're kind of gone. Like they got off the platform and are just not very active anymore. And it just makes me sad because I felt like I had friends there and new friends in my new interests, my new current hobbies. I mean, I've always loved makeup, but I never cared that I didn't have any other friends that didn't love makeup before because I didn't have the time to really dive into makeup like I have ever since I got ill and stopped working in 2020, I think. Yeah, late 2020. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I don't belong on Instagram. And although I started that makeup page specifically for me to be able to keep up with, because as I was really, really sick, my memory went bad, like worse than before. I couldn't even remember anything for 5 seconds. No joke. 5 seconds later, I'd be doing the exact same thing or asking the same question or burning my hand because I didn't know I pulled something out of the oven 5 seconds ago and it was burning hot. Anyway, I got so sick that I couldn't remember anything. So I started my makeup Instagram so I could try to remember when I purchased what palettes and when I used them and some of the looks that I created with them, if once I finally got brave enough to post some looks. I think I started off with a look actually, but you know, it sucked. I know it did. It's fine. I wasn't able to grip the brush very well at the time. Like, I still have some dexterity issues as I'm getting better, but it's a lot better. Like, look, you can see my makeup skills back and forth again. Whereas before, I just didn't have very much control of my hands. Okay, I want to do a look that matches my shirt. I got to go run some errands, and it is like a couple days before Halloween. So I've got some stuff to do. I just want to have a really pretty, like, normal looking face that will go with this shirt so I can go run some errands and film a couple videos. I want to take it a little bit different than I normally do. Normally I go into, you can tell by looking, normally I go into that matte or this matte, but I think I'm going to go into this one a little bit and just do things a little different. I want to explore a little bit more of this palette that I haven't really used yet. Anyway, so I just also feel like for whatever reason, it's just become like a constant source of frustration for one thing or another. And I feel like I just don't see hardly anything except for the same photos over, and not the same photos, but the same people's feed over and over again. And like for the last 8 months, pretty much most of the followers that I've acquired that have tried to follow my page have all been like spam accounts, you know, like they look like stuff. I don't even know if you can say that word here on this channel. They look like people that are, you know, on the FBI list, you know, like the do not allow into the country kind of list. And so that's not really the people that I want following my page. You know, I'm not trying to get my account hacked or anything like that. Or I'm not trying to bring any spammers to people that I interact with on my page. You know what I mean? And so like I block a lot of that stuff out. And so I just feel like I haven't seen any genuine growth other than fake accounts of fake people, like those spammy type of accounts, or people that are trying to push products. That's it. Or like, you know, fly by night wannabe indie brands or whatever, you know, direct ship from China type makeup suppliers and, you know, all that kind of crap. Like, no, like I'm here I'm there and here just for like some genuine interactions, you know, with other people that might have similar interests. I don't know. What am I going to do now? I was going to go real purple, but now I'm leaning like a more berry tone. I've never used this shade. I don't even like this brush. I'm all over the place today, okay? I'm sorry. I'm like a squirrel after a nut. I'm just droop, droop, droop. I don't even like this brush. Let me just try to use it because it's in my hand. I don't even care right now. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm not going to go to TikTok because, again, the fast-moving images, like, I just can't with it. And for me to try to create content to go over there, it's just too much hassle for, you know, not what I'm trying to get out of my channel. You know, like, I'm not trying to become like some YouTuber or whatever. Like, I would never imagine that would ever happen in a million years. I hear cows. Yeah, no. You know, like, I'm grateful for my regular 50 viewers. Like, thank y'all so much. I love you. Everybody else abandoned ship, pretty much. That's a common theme in my life, so, you know, no surprise there. But, yeah, I don't know. Do you still enjoy Instagram? Okay, so far, I've just done this matte and that matte right there. I've never used this shade. I have never touched that shade right there. As you can see, it has 0 dips in it. Look at that. I've had this palette for almost 2 years. This was one of the like 6 or 8 palettes that I got all at one time on Black Friday one year, a couple years back. Yeah, what lid shade do I want to do? I did want to do purple. This is so hard for me to choose. Like, sometimes I struggle with big palettes because there's so many options and I see so many possibilities and it's hard for me to commit. I have commitment issues as it is. So giving me this many options, I'm like, do I only want to wear that look all day? Really? It's really hard for me. I think I'm just going to try that one shade. I've never used it before. I'm going to take this Fluffy Smith brush. Update on the Smith brushes. Not a fan of the ferrule. They break super easy. My little one is broken. So I'm grateful that I still have this big one and I got to be real careful with it. I'm gonna go in with that one. Yeah, but I do enjoy the interactions that are still on my Instagram page. So don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock anybody that's there. I'm super grateful for the people that are there still and that like talk to me and hang out with me on there when they can or whatever, you know. But I'm just saying, whoa. I did not expect that. Whoa, why haven't I used that shade before? Wow, are you seeing that? I didn't know that was going to happen. I'm glad I sprayed it. I feel like that got really intense because I sprayed it. Let's see that again. Oh, that's really, really a beautiful shade. Oh my God. I feel like this palette doesn't get the hype it deserves, probably because there's no like super special mattes in it, but I really like it. I love this palette. I mean, obviously I bought a backup. How are we looking? I'm gonna take a Refer 26 and I'm gonna go into this shade here. I don't think I've ever played with this one either. It looks completely fresh. Look at that. I've never touched that shade either. It's a warm shade, and like up until recently, I haven't really gravitated towards warm shades at all. So this is the first touch. I figured I might as well use these other shades in this palette that I've never touched, since I did buy a backup of this palette for a few of my favorite cool tone shades in here. Like, I might as well get some use out of a full palette, right? Right, Michelle? I just want to put this here towards the front. I don't really know what it's going to do. I do like the way that pairs with that. Do you see that? I do still need to brighten up the inner corner for my personal preferences, and I'm going to. But let me just do this other inner corner, kind of make a match a little bit if I can. I almost picked up the wrong shade. I do that almost every time I go into a palette. Again, memory issues, like my brain is still trying to get back to functioning in a linear manner instead of in a bumblebee manner. All right, I do like the way those two shades paired together really, really nicely. I'm gonna go in with the Refer 03 and pick up a little bit of this white shade here. It's not white, but it's like the pale shade in the corner. It's got like a little bit of a purplish hint to it. I'm gonna just put that here right in the inner corner, just to brighten up that inner area a little bit. Yeah. So tell me, have you like jumped on the Reels wagon? Like if you have, I think that's great. I tried to a little bit, you know, and my Reels just move really slowly so that I can look at them while I'm editing them and not throw up, you know? This is not a look I ever thought I would get from this palette, but I mean, I guess I should have thought that since half the palette is really warm. But I do want to take it in a little bit more of a purple look. So I'm going to take this little bitty blender into, I'm going to take this warm purple. I did load up my brush, hardly anything came off. And I'm going to take it just on this back half right here. Kind of going back into that dark outer corner a little bit. I'm not really sure that did a whole lot, but you can see it. Can you see? Just added a little bit of like purplish hue and dimension right there. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm still going to post my content, so I hope people still interact with me, even though I don't spend a lot of time on there anymore, because most people don't just post pictures, which is really all I want to see. I just want to see still photos, you know, because the rest like hurts my brain. Anyway. Okay, this turned a little different than I expected. I would like to see if I can just like cool it down some. I'm going to go into this duochrome shade. That's not going to cool it down. That's going to pink it up even more. I want to purple it up more. So, and I think this brush is too big. Okay, I'm going to take another Refer 26, a clean one, and I'm just going to go for the dark one. I'm just going to deepen it up and call it a day. I just deepen up a little bit. Of that corner. I mean, I probably shouldn't have bought this palette as a backup. I mean, like, not this one, but I probably shouldn't have bought a backup of this palette in all reality, but kind of panicked in the moment when I found that it was still available and it wasn't on her site anymore. And like, I had kind of forgotten about it, but then I pulled it out like a couple of weeks ago and remembered how much I loved it, and then was sad that I couldn't find it. So I did like a worldwide search one night, really, really late at night. I did a worldwide search and found it's still in stock. If it's still in stock right now while I'm filming, I'll leave a link for that down below if you're interested in this palette. But yeah, so I jumped on it and I ordered it right away because I was like, I want to make sure that I don't pan any of these shades. I mean, like, I want to use them, and if I hit pan, that's great, but like, I don't want to be without this palette is what I'm saying, even though it's not as great as I thought it was gonna. I mean, it's great, it's just not as purple as I thought it was gonna be. Okay, I'm gonna take the same brush, just pick up a little bit of this dark purple. I'm just stacking and having some fun now. I'm just gonna take it right here a little bit. Ooh, I do like the way that looks. Okay, that made it fun. Okay. Ooh, that's it. That's the look right there. I really, really like the way that turned out. I'm not sure that I ever expected it. Do the shapes match? Hold on. A little bit more corner right here. All right, I'm gonna take that same dark, just what's left over on the brush, and just kind of run it under the bottom. I'm not gonna get too wild here at the bottom. True form and fashion. I'm just gonna kind of stick to my usual MO. Okay, not sure I like the purple at the bottom. Looks a little bit too much like a bruise. But whatever, we're here now. I'm going to take whatever on this brush and just blend out that bottom a little bit. Okay. Well, now that I made that super dark, let me add some brightness to it. What do I want to do? I'm going to take this really pretty shimmer at the top. And I'm just going to put that here. Kind of mimic the top. Yeah, so anyways, I am going to post my content on Instagram still, because I do that for me, even if like nobody ever were to follow me, you know, like I still do that for me. So that's what I'm going to do, but it makes me sad. Ooh, I did get some fallout, I think. That can't all be the blush. It does make me sad that, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not interacting that much with genuine people that are just normal makeup lovers, and it makes me miss what the platform used to be. All right, so here's the eye look. What do we think of the eye look? I'm gonna go ahead and finish up with some eyeliner and mascara. For my waterline, I went in with my About Face in the black. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm trying to finish up this hand dash, or use as much of it as I can before it expires and I have to throw it out. I'm gonna do a wing liner with that real quick, so one sec. Okay. And I think I'm gonna get adventurous with the lip today. So let's see what we do here. Where's that new lip liner that I got? Here's that super, super dark brown lip liner that I got. I hauled it in my Get Ready With Me for Slipknot. I'll be sure to leave that video down below if you missed it. I'm gonna line my lips with this, and then I'm gonna go in with this really dark lippy from KVD. Really excited, I've never used it before. Okay, there's the lips lined. Just give me a moment. I know it's not looking that great, give me a moment. Okay, I'm really, really excited to try this lippy for the first time. I should take photos. Just open it, girl, nobody gives a shit. Like I said, there's no makeup lovers anymore on Instagram, so nobody cares. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that bottle. It's like shaped funny. Do you see? Okay, what's the name of this? This is called, can I see yet? Are my eyes getting completely better? Dark Wisteria. Is that right? That's it. Does that say Dark Wisteria? I think it might. Okay, let me go ahead and put this on. See what happens. I'm a little... Ooh, it smells good. It smells like vanilla cake or something. Here we go. I'm a little scared. I do have lip balm on right now. Ooh. I've never done a dark lip like this, ever. Okay. It doesn't go from one level to the next very well. It's kind of thick, which is why it's like peeling off. Okay, I'm gonna go in for another coat. Should I let that dry for a second so it doesn't keep moving around? Let's let that dry a little bit. I'm gonna pick up a little more. Okay. Ooh. Ooh, okay. How are we feeling about this lip on me? Let me not touch my lips together so it can dry. Let me do the top. See how that works out. Kinda got out of the line. A little bit. Okay. We're gonna let that dry. Wow, that's dark. Okay, so what I don't like about, hold on, let me let it dry. Let's do mascara while we're waiting. Going in with this lash, which I think is so-so. I'm not sure why it gets all the hype that it does. It only lasts like 4 to 6 hours before it starts trying to like flake off. So I don't really call that a good mascara. I don't do flakes, okay? If you're flaking on me, it ain't gonna work. I already know that I'm gonna have this look on for a short day. I don't have to have like longevity or whatever, so I don't mind using it for right now until I have to throw it out. It's almost time for it to be decluttered, but I'll use it for the meanwhile. I'll just never repurchase it. If it really sucked, I wouldn't keep using it. It just like kind of sucks. So I'll kind of use it. Okay, I mean, like it does a voluming. It does really good at voluming. What? It does good at volumization. But it just, I don't know. It's a little like thick and goopy and flakes off in a few hours, which I don't appreciate. Okay. I'm just going over it with my Bad Gal Bang that I'm trying to get as much use out of until I have to throw this one out because it's almost to 3 months now. I do have a backup already ready to go. So here's the finished look. Let me know what you think. How do I feel about this lip? How do you feel about this lip? Let me get close. How do you feel about this lip? Be honest, I really want to know. I know it's intense. It's not for the everyday, maybe for everyone. Certainly not for me. But I don't mind it for Halloween week. Halloween is in a couple of days, so I don't mind running around like that. And I feel like it goes really good with my villains shirt. Ooh, okay. Standing back, I'm actually here for this vibe. I actually kind of like it a lot. I might wear this lip color more often. We shall see. Yeah, so that was kind of a fun thing to explore. So that's all I've got for you today. I really appreciate you hearing me out about my thoughts about Instagram. Let me know down below. Are you still super active on Instagram? you know, I've narrowed it down to where like I'm only on there for maybe 30 minutes a day at the most now. And it's not all consecutive either, because like, there's just not that many posts other than reels. After I cut out all the reels from my feed, there's nothing left for me to see. Nobody posts photos anymore. So that makes me sad. Anyway, I'm really happy about this lip so far. First impression is it's good, but I'm gonna see what it wears like, how it feels throughout the day, see if it remains feeling comfortable or if it dries down any further or what. So I'll be sure to follow up my opinion on that in some future video, but let me look and see how many shades I played with out of the palette.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ooh. Oh! Oh, goodness. I got into 8 shades today in the palette. So yeah, that was fun. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel out so much. And if you'd like to hang out with me again, be sure to hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you on my channel again. So yeah, I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye.